Okay, does anybody remember this little side table? We were working on it a couple weeks ago. I'm so sorry, just not getting back to it now. We had mixed up Fusion Mineral Paint in Woodwick, I believe, and mixed it with Salt Wash. And so we had a brown coat of paint on. And then off camera, I painted over the whole thing with raw silk, which is the white look that you're seeing. And what you're seeing me do now is sand back the white. I'm sanding off some of that raw silk so that you can see the Woodwick peeking through. So sorry I picked that up and had to manhandle that just a little bit. But anyway, what I'm doing there is sanding with my little hand sanding manual sander. And this had sat for quite some time, so it is, really tough. I didn't feel like getting out my electric sander, but by the time I was done, I wished I had. So a hand sander or an electric sander would not be a bad idea. This was a small piece. If this had been any bigger at all, I definitely would have taken it outside and used an electric sander or gotten my Surf Prep sander hooked up and been using that puppy, because this was a lot of sanding. But anyway, so like I said, I am essentially sanding down any of the peaks and stuff like that. And then, like I said, also sanding back the white to reveal some of that brown. And what I'm doing now with that brush is dusting off any of the dust from doing all that sanding right now. And then I'm coming in with a just a wet wash rag, cleaning off all the dust. Just getting it cleaned up for the next step, which is going to be gold leaf. And I have not messed with a whole lot of gold leaf before. I did some silver leaf years ago, and I took a little class from Katja a couple months ago, and that was probably my first real time playing with gold leaf was with Katja. So we are experimenting. So here we go with the, I think it's called gilding glue. And I'm just placing it in random spots where I'm going to want the gold leaf to go. So once that gilding glue is tacky, you want it on and you want to let it dry enough. I mean, it's never going to dry. But once it gets to the tacky point, then you're ready to put your gold leaf on. And that's what I'm doing here. And it's only going to stick to the places where you put your glue. And then I'm just taking a little brush and kind of pressing on it so that it sticks to where the glue was, but also I'm knocking off where there was no glue. So any excess gilding or any excess gold leaf will come off. So like I said, it's only going to stick where we put our gilding glue. And this is messy stuff. You can see the little flakes all over the floor. And I keep picking it up and reusing anything I dropped. I don't like to waste it. And like I said, you can just see I just keep picking it up and putting it back on. And again, like I said, if I didn't put any gilding glue on, it's not going to stick there. And then I did put a random stencil on in the middle of that bottom shelf. And I don't know what I was thinking, because stenciling on top of salt wash typically does not turn out well. In this case, proved that. So there's a weird random design on that bottom shelf that did not turn out anything like the stencil was supposed to look. So I mean, it turns out okay, but it does not look like the stencil did. So you'll see that here shortly. But anyway, I'm just going to let you watch while I keep adding gold leaf to where I had put gilding glue. And there you can see I have my daughter camera. I'm like, can you scooch over some of the random gold leaf that has blown away from me? And yeah, I'm just using it right off my floor. Waste not, want not. Again, just putting it on, pressing it down, and then dusting off whatever didn't have glue there, whatever is not going to stick, because there was no glue. And I'm not normally a gold person. This was fun though. Yeah, I would rather have a bronze, but this was fun. And turns out my daughter actually likes it. So this is going to go in, yeah, she's taking it for her bedroom. She told me I could have a piece out of her room and she would take this one. So it's going to be hers. Then I decided I wanted more gold around the drawer. And you can see I'm applying it to that back leg there too. And another back leg. And I found that I really kind of liked our dabbing brushes for really pouncing it on there and taking it off. And I don't think I got it on video. I don't think I recorded it, but once I had all of this gilding glue on, all of the gold leaf on, I did seal it all with Fusion Tough Coat. And the gold leaf does still stay just as shiny. Oh, and you'll see in the end pictures, oh, I know I did that on video, but I don't know that I got it on here. I did decoupage inside the little drawer with one of our gold foil papers from Decoupage Queen. I thought that was a nice little touch in there. So you'll see that in the pictures at the very end. And like I said, this gold leaf is only going to stick where you put the gilding glue. And I was very random. I did not want full coverage. So you totally could do full coverage. That was not the look I wanted. I wanted more of a random. And then I did put a little glass knob on that drawer too. I don't know if you'll be able to see. You should see that at the pictures at the end. And that's all she wrote. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's it. That's the final look. And there's our gold foil paper inside the drawer.